God damn it. You really can't help yourself, can you?
That bastard ruined everything. I was seconds away from proposing. We should go back. I'll show him.
Go back and show him what?
My crossbow mastery. I could get him.
Here we go. Another load of vintage Sir Luke horse shit.
I have the mastery in my genes, Tom. I have an ancestor from the 15th century who was an absolute legend among medieval warriors. They called him the Malashov headshot maniac. Oh. When he was in a fight, he'd have 2 crossbows, 1 in each hand simultaneously, double arrows, of course. And one night he's coming home pissed off from the pub, and there's all these 4 bandits that come around him, and he's too drunk to get away, can't string a sentence together. So what does he do?
You really don't listen to me at all, do you?
No.
So our heroes fast travel to the other map of KCD2, Trotsky region. But fast travelling is not a guarantee of safe arrival.
Oh, apologies, I didn't actually finish that story. So, the maniac, right? He gets his...
Mate, take a breath. Look at the state of us. You've been banging on so long, we've both grown a bloody beard. Now zip it.
Yeah, I've got to finish it, right? So, the maniac takes a deep breath, closes his eyes, and he does a huge backflip into the air, launches a double crossbows, and quadruple headshot.
Would you like to demonstrate that for me, eh? God damn it, you wouldn't be quiet at your own bloody funeral, would you? As if ruining our trip wasn't enough, you just got to keep on provoking me, pissing on the corpse until it wakes up.
Ruining our trip? How? By having a bit of fun?
Fun? Sorry, tell me, what is funny about your imaginary backflipping grandpa, eh? What is funny about getting a bloody crossbow shoved in your face, eh? Tell me that, kiddo.
Oh, I'm sorry, old man, but it was your idea to do this silly trip in the first place, so you can excuse me, kiss my arse, and leave me alone.
Oh.
Classic. Never gets old. All right, lads. Wonder if you could help me. I'm looking for someone. Yeah. A couple of lads just fled the city. They were supposed to report to my camp for combat training. Tom McKay and Luke Ale. You haven't met them by any chance, have you?
Never heard of them.
Yeah. Me neither. Although I think you made a mistake there. It's Luke Dale, probably.
Ah, just in time. I was nearly out of bolts. You're the 6th pair I've apprehended this morning. Follow me, lads.
Why exactly would we follow a complete stranger who's just tried to pin us to a tree with a bloody crossbow?
Because that complete stranger still has 2 bolts, and he's tired of hitting only trees.
You and me will fight for this, Luke Fail.
Now, before we touch any real weapons, hear this. The worst dancer is the one who dies. Never stand still. Always surprise your enemies with your moves.
The combat of KCD2 was designed with an ambitious goal to bring you the most immersive depiction of medieval warfare, the deadly dance of swords. As you carve your way through your foes with Henry, you will gradually get better at your preferred fighting style, mastering deadlier combos and landing heavier blows. With large arsenal at your disposal, it is only up to your skill and wit whether you'll become a legendary medieval warrior.
Looking at you two, I think it's probably best if we start with something simple. The axe. Easy to use, short but heavy, quite powerful. Great for penetrating armor. Pairs fantastically with a shield. As does the short sword. And if you can't afford a shield, use your free hand for better body coordination.
Or you can always grab another weapon and do your thing dual-wielded.
Don't you ever touch my gear again, unless I tell you. This is always your best pick for your free hand. Getting a good shield and fine weapons is not easy, so when you do acquire them, take good care. Fucking piece of shit! What the fuck? Maces are brutal, blunt beasts.
No mercy!
Ideal for anyone who doesn't give a damn about his technique and just wants to smash his enemy's bones. Not even plate armor will protect you against one of these. But that doesn't mean you shouldn't wear armor against blunts. If you were going up against someone with a mace or a hammer and you weren't wearing a helmet,
Jesus!
Bloody hell!
yeah, a real nutcracker. Always wear protection, lads. Now this is a very advanced weapon. Fantastic for any foot soldier who stands against an opponent on horseback, but also useful in ground combat due to its extensive range.
Die, you wretch!
And finally, the knightly weapon. The medieval longsword.
Fight like an old hag!
Not very effective against plate armor.
Really? Because I saw this TV show once where one fella took his longsword and chopped the other bloke in half with one slice. Guts and all.
Yeah. And you should probably sue the company that fed you that horseshit, son.
Yeah, I probably should, actually. It's quite funny.
Is it?
No.
No, longswords suck against plate armor. But if you are skilled and you use the right techniques, you can still kill a fully plated soldier. You either wear him down and drain him of his stamina so that he's more vulnerable to your attacks, or you use half swording by grabbing the sword at the midpoint for a stronger and more accurate thrust at the more vulnerable parts of his body. Whatever fighting style grabs your attention, the rules are the same for every weapon. If you want to be a fearsome medieval fighter, you have to train hard.
Oh, yes. Very nice.
So, lads, you care to try some moves together?
Sure. I'll be happy to.
Oh, Tommy, like, can we leave the art of combat to the artists? Yeah? You and me. A duel. And don't you go easy on me like you did with him.
Luke. Oh, come on, mate. You've never done any sword fighting before.
Oh.
You get hammered.
Training's overrated, Tom. Every great swordsman knows that. One hand. Ready?
This was going to be great.
Whoa! Oh, piss off, you two. I'm just not having my best day, that's all. It's, good work, mate. It's a draw. You'll win the next one.
Luke, I think that might be the end of your training, mate. Can't polish a turd.
Oh! Why don't you come and show me, Meister? I owe you a fight, don't I?
Gladly.
Come on, then. Oh, you want some of this? You want some of this? Come on. You ready for it? Yeah, got it!
Take some of that, you peasant! How'd you like that, eh?
You lads remind me of my two cats.
You peasant, come on, then! Come on, take some of that! Fucking let go of you, prick! Who's you fucking prick?
Who's the king? I miss medieval combat, though.
The unarmed fighting in KCD2 is built on true wrestling moves from the late Middle Ages. Our German friends call it ringing, where grapples, hooks, or knee kicks fracture is often on the menu in KCD2 brawls.
So who won then? Ugh. My money's on Luke Mayle.
Yeah, well, promised to get him back alive, didn't I? So I threw the fight.
Oh, well, why don't we try it with sharp, really pointy swords, then?
Yeah, well, better yet, how about you show us that double crossbow move of your ancestors, eh?
What double crossbow move?
Well, the legend says it goes something like this.
Yeah! Oh, shit! Oh. Holy balls, kid. What kind of crazy movies you been watching?
Crossbows were one of the most popular missile weapons in medieval times. In KCD2, there are 3 types of them, and each comes with its unique and realistic reload system.
What the fuck are you...
And as loading a crossbow is the hardest part of its usage, any bloke with no technique could use them very effectively.
What was I just thinking about?
Yeah, not bad. But an armoured knight would probably survive that.
Well, that's why I was aiming in between the armour.
Oh, beautiful headshot, lovely. That bloke is definitely dead.
How did you pull that off?
Well, if you actually want to know, I read the medieval manuscripts and I bore in mind the 3 major principles, right? Steady hand, steady breath, and visualising your face on the target.
Boys! How about we let off some steam? In a more profound way.
Oh, God's holy trousers.
Let's fire up this little beauty.
Is that even legal?
Yeah. What if an unmarked van turns up and we wake up being electrocuted by your gun-loving mates?
Oh, come on, live a little. Who wants to have the honours? No. Come on.
Come on!
Fine. Right, I owe you one for Kuttenberg, so...
Cheers, mate. Right then, boss. How do we fire this thing?
At the dawn of the 15th century, a firearm was not a thing many people or horses saw with their own eyes. And thus, using such a loud, deadly, and extravagant tool in its infancy stage guaranteed mayhem, panic, and awe.
He did that! We're his hostages!
Oh, no. Fun's not over, boys. You're going to a party.